piano family. So as promised, I tried to make a short video on things that my teacher pointed out for me when practicing Moonlight Sonata. The first thing is, of course, and that is something that I already knew, but sometimes you forget about it, that the melody notes are not eighth notes, but they are half notes, quarter notes, whatever, which means that you have to hold them. Don't let go. So what I see a lot of people play is they let go, okay? But what it actually is hold your pinky. And here, hold the third finger because it is still an eighth note, and the eighth note isn't fully played once the pinky starts, because this is a dotted note. Now you can let loose. You press it. See, I hold it. And I'm holding this one. This makes things alright as long as it's only an octave. It makes it really difficult as soon as this is a ninth, like here. Hold it. At this part here, this is bars 15 following. It would be good if you played the melody tones legato as possible, which means that here the next one cannot be played with the pinky because then you cannot legato it. So you have to use your fourth finger here. And then you can go from here. Don't forget to move your wrist, okay? Also here, do not play it like that, although it is possible. Play it like this. And here, especially with the stretchy chords, don't forget to move your wrist. And it's then less of an egg motion, but more like from down to forward and up, and tilting a little bit to the side. As soon as black keys are somehow involved and the chords get a little stretchy, like for instance in bar 8, where we have this E chord, do not play it flat fingered, because even if you're moving your wrist, it is not controlled. You cannot control when you hit the key. It just happens accidentally. When your wrist is at a certain angle, then your finger goes down and it presses the key, but it is not a deliberate motion. So curl your fingers like a claw, bring them towards your belly button, and then you can control whenever you like to press it. And don't forget to move your wrist, but pull the fingertips towards yourself. is also the difficult spot, the killer for all small hands, which is this chord here. I come from the E chord, and then there is the stretchy one, and there is two options, and I think one is better than the other. So we're holding the B here in the octave, and there's this E chord, and there's the B7. And then with your small hands, you could do something like barely reaching the ninth, then moving with your thumb, and then going to the E. But this means that you have less control, because when you're coming from here, you're panicking, because what usually happens is that you're hitting a key you don't want to hit. So your focus, your concentration, everything is on, oh my god, I'm allowed to press one key with my thumb. Damn, did wrong. And you're concentrating so much that you cannot concentrate and focus on a nice melody line. But it should sound like this. But what it sounds like is usually because it's out of your control. So the thing how you can cheat here is play like this, and then you use your left hand while the pedal is still pressed, so that you don't lose this bass sound. And yes, I know I was talking about that you should hold the key as long as it is notated, because on a grand piano or an acoustic piano, it sounds different whether you press a key or just have it in your pedal. But the bass notes here, they have been sounding for a while. So you stroke it and then it's sounding and it's losing energy anyways. So you can let go and play these notes with your left hand. So in total, it's hold the pinky, hold the pinky, yeah. One thing about the touch of the keys, I have to say, it's a basic thing that usually you should know after 3.5 years of playing piano, but still I don't do it right. This is how you access, how you press the keys. And what I usually like to do is I just play somehow, and I'm moving my wrist, and the wrist motion and the weight of my wrist and my arm helps me to press the key. This is less controlled than pressing the key also with a deliberate motion out of your fingertip, which is, you told me, a similar motion to when you grab a pencil. Like you grab it with your thumb and your pinky, like it's like a scissor. So you have to grab it, and these muscles that you're needing for grabbing the pencil, these are the muscles that you need for accessing the key. Hitting the key is not only a matter of the finger muscles, but of course also the weight of your arm, but it is a combination of both. I think I started understanding what he means, but I was kind of doing it wrong, because the last days I tried to play it like this. With my fingers curled, because he tells me all the time you need to curl your fingers, because then you have control. So not flat fingered, but curled. But what also happened now is that it's very difficult to get this delicate soft sound and the smooth legato here when you have your fingers curled so much. So what I need to find, I think, is a way in the middle. So to have flatter fingers, because it gives a softer tone, but not lose this deliberate motion out of my fingertip to access the key whenever I feel like I want to access it, and not just let it happen somehow with the weight of my hand. It still sounds nice without the pedal. This should also be one focus, to be able to play it without pedal as smooth and sounding as possible, because usually we tend to use the pedal to hide all our flaws, but you should be able to play the notes as they are written without pedal and not losing them already because you need to do something else. To be able to play the legato in the left hand a little bit better, you can switch your fingers. So when I'm starting here, I can use, or now move my fourth finger to get my pinky free, and then it's easier to slide to the next note. Now I change my fingers again, and I'm ready for the A, and it's softer. Here with the F sharp, it's impossible. But then you should feel like a little bit like drawn magnetically to the F sharp already, because then you start your motion earlier. So I used to do it like this. But you should be drawn already move towards the F sharp. Then you hit it a little smoother. And an important thing, I watched several videos of people playing Moonlight Sonata to get the inspiration and to see beginners how they practice it. And a lot of them miss that this piece is written in alla breve and not in 4/4, which is a huge difference, because alla breve means that you're counting to 2 only, which divides the bars into 2 sections of 6 notes instead of 4 sections with 3 notes. Mathematically, it's the same thing, but the feeling is different. So when you're playing it in 4/4, it would be 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3. You know what I mean? But you're emphasizing every beat. Probably you're emphasizing the first one a little bit more, and then the 3 others a little bit less. But it's 1, 2, 3. Which is totally different from counting 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which would be instead of 1, 2, 3. Get the difference? And I think it is quite easy to get this alla breve feeling in the beginning, because this is a melody we know, it's familiar. It gets more difficult at the organ point, starting from bar 28 following, especially 31 following, or 32 following, where you have these diminished chord arpeggios climbing up. Don't lose this alla breve feeling here, and don't make mistakes in the emphasis of the right notes. So it's difficult for me to express it because English is not my native language. So it would be wrong to play it in 8th notes and lose this triplet and alla breve feeling. I'm doing it wrong now. And right is the difference. So you emphasize the first one, then 2 not, then 1 a little bit.
Hope it helped a little bit